Hello, welcome to another video in this series where I teach crochet for complete beginners. This is the second video, and today we're going to learn how to do single crochet, which is the very basic stitch of crocheting and mostly used for many projects. So to start, I need a 4mm hook and some yarn, and grab your tail. The first thing that we need to do to learn this stitch is making a slip knot and chaining, which we learned in the last video. So let's do a slip knot first. Grab your index finger and cross the yarn over, pinch it with your two fingers, and then over again and pinch again, and then just roll out the yarn a bit. Then grab your hook to the second one and go over your whole finger. We got a knot here. To close it, we just have to pull on the tail and then put your hook through this loop and pull on your working yarn so that it looks like that. That's a slip knot. So then we have to do some chains so that we can practice and learn our single crochet. So as we said, if you're a beginner, just widen this part or this loop a bit. And then let's do the chain. So we need to do a yarn over first. So we go under and over, grab, and then go into the loop, widen a bit, then go under and over, and grab, and go through this loop. Now under and over, grab, and go through this loop. Now chain as many times as you want. Now I have 3 chains on my hook, and how many chains you do is going to be the length of your work or your swatcher project. So I'm going to do a bit more, and I'm going to come back when I'm finished. Now I finished my chain. I want my swatch to be this long, and what I mean by swatch is just basically like a piece of crochet, because we can't really start doing projects as we are still learning. So this is my chain. It looks like V's. Now, how to do single crochet. When doing any project, do you see the first V on the hook? So this V, the very first one, we are totally going to skip. So we are just going to insert our hook into the second V, just here, like that, and insert again. So you want to totally skip this first V and put your hook in the second V, just like that. So there's like a loop on top of your hook. And then here, this is the start of our single crochet. So the first step is putting your hook into the V. Then we need to do a yarn over. And a yarn over again is going under the yarn and over and grabbing, and then just pulling it out so that now you have 2 loops on your hook. 2 loops. Just widen them a bit, and then we need to do another yarn over. So we go under and over the yarn and grab it and go through both loops so that we have just 1 loop on our hook. And that stitch is called a single crochet, and that's the very basic one of all the crochet stitches. Now let's do another one. So now we don't skip any V's, we just skip the first one. So here we can just do in all of the rest of the V's. So now we go into the second V, we just insert our hook so that we have like this little loop, and then we do a yarn over. So under and over the yarn, and grab it and pull it out so that we have 2 loops on our hook, and widen them a bit. And then we do another yarn over, so under and over, and grab, just go through the 2 loops. And that's it. That way we have 2 single crochets. Let's keep practicing. Into the next V, we go inside the V, and then we do a yarn over, so it's under and over. Then we pull out so that we have 2 loops in our hook, then do another yarn over, under and over, and we pull through these 2 loops so that we have 1 loop in our hook. That's 3 single crochets. Now let's do one more. Go inside the V, then do a yarn over, so under and over, pull out, you have 2 loops on your hook, widen the 2 loops a bit, then do another yarn over, under and over, and then pull out. Now I'm going to do a swatch to tell you how it looks when it's a bigger piece. I'm at the end of my line here. This is a whole line of single crochets. Now I got the last loop, the last V, so I just go inside it, and then I do a yarn over, under and over, just hold the tail to support it, and then I pull out so that I have 2 loops, and I widen them a bit. Then I do another yarn over, so I go under and over, and grab and go through these 2. And that's a whole line of single crochets. So if you want to do another line, what you would do is you would chain 1, so you widen this loop a bit, and you do a yarn over, and then go through that loop, and that is 1 chain. You have 1 V here, and that chain builds a bit of width so you can get into the next line. So what you would do to do your next line, you have your project like that, you just need to flip it over, just turn it, and then you would just continue doing single crochets. So now you have V's on top, as you can see. To do your first one, you just have to go in this first hole under the V. Make sure that you have a whole V under your hook or above your hook, and not just 1 loop. You have a V under your hook, above, and then you do a yarn over, you get out, then you do another yarn over, and then you pull out. So again, you can stretch your piece a bit so you can see the next hole like that. So that's my next hole, and that's my V. So I go inside this hole and make sure that I have a V on top of my hook, and then I do a yarn over, under and over, and then I pull out, and then I do another yarn over, and then I pull out. And then you could just continue that way. Please make sure to subscribe and like my video if you liked it, and click on the bell to get new notifications of my series and to learn more about crochet. See you next time!